Good afternoon. Like and subscribe. If you appreciate the concept, if you appreciate the videos and what I'm saying. If you don't, could you do me a favor and leave me a message and tell me what it is that you disagree with? Because no individual is perfect. And I make mistakes like everyone else. Although most of what pretty much everything I've said or that I talk about on my channel, I have researched. But if you find fault with it, please, please do leave me a comment so I can understand because maybe there's something I missed. But let me get straight to this. But this is it's kind of comical in a way. It's egotistically comical, and it makes me smile when I think about it because it's really kind of ridiculous also. I've heard recently, I've heard Professor Black Truth say this. I listened to him, and I heard this said on the African Diaspora channel. And they say that black people, we have helped African Americans, I guess in particular, or black people all over the world, we have helped everyone, and no one has helped us. We have helped everyone, and no one has helped us. This is so ridiculous. It is comical. You, how can we say we have helped no one? No one has helped us, and we have helped everyone, and we're kind of on the bottom of the totem pole. It's kind of ridiculous thinking you're on the bottom, but you helped everyone else. I don't know about that. But I will say this. When we look at the Civil War and what transpired during the Civil War, we understand that the Civil War was about slavery. It was about slavery. Some people will say it is about states' rights, and they are also correct. It was a state's right to ignore the federal government and do what the states want to do. That was segregating the states from the federal government because of slavery. Now, John Brown, do you know who he is? He is a white man. He was an abolitionist. He and his sons fought and died for the abolition and freedom of African American black people in the United States. So do not say that no one helped the black people. That is ridiculous. There were college students, freedom riders on buses going to the South, fighting for our civil rights and dying, being called in lovers and deleted. We fought with Mexicans, Asians in coal mines to get unionized. We have always fought together. And what really tickles me about this and the illogic about this black people, we did it all, nobody helped us do anything, and we're still climbing our way to the top. And right now, Russia and China are helping us. Iran is helping us in Africa. And now we're supposed to ignore what's happening to the Palestinians because nobody helped us. That is so ridiculous. But this is what really, 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 really gets me, y'all. This is what gets me. This gets me more than anything else. There is a saying now that all skin folks are not kinfolks. All skin folks are not kinfolks, which is to say that just because you are black does not mean that you are with that you are fighting against systemic racism, because some black people are actually puppets. They're puppets, and they are fighting, and they just want to get rich at the expense of their own people. So this notion that nobody has ever helped us, and we do all these things by ourselves, it is so ridiculous when we know that we have black people that have betrayed us. We know that there are white people that have betrayed white people, Asians that have betrayed Asians, Mexicans that have betrayed Mexicans, Cubans, same thing, Latinos, same thing. You see, segregation is the work of white supremacists. And see, when you see a narrative like this, you have to be careful. When you see these narratives, especially if they're promoted by white supremacists, then you know that you better be on the lookout. You know that you better be on the lookout, because look, you know their history. You know what they've done to us. So don't pretend like everything they say is to your advantage. Now, think about what's being said. Analyze what's being said the same way I want you to think about and analyze the things that I am saying to you now. Don't just accept what I'm saying. Think about the things I'm saying. Analyze the things I'm saying. The Spirit of God is within you, and that is the consciousness that allows you to decide what is right and wrong. Think about things. But I'm going to end here because I'm not going to beat a dead horse to death. But the whole idea that we African Americans freed ourselves from bondage is ridiculous. We did not build the Underground Railroad by ourselves. There were Caucasians helping us to do this. We didn't learn to read and write in the United States by ourselves. It was a law against it. But there were Caucasians who taught us to read and write. Understand this. God will judge us not by our skin color. God will judge us by the content of our character. The content of our character. White supremacists, they want to segregate humanity so that they can dominate. They want to separate so they can dominate, and we don't discuss what's going on because we're so busy fighting each other. We're not paying attention to what they're doing. Now, we know this. I love Farrakhan and his message. But Farrakhan is mixed race. He's mixed race. So this whole notion of segregation is ridiculous because we are judged by the content of our character. Farrakhan will be judged by the content of his character, and he has a beautiful character. But he is mistaken when he talks about segregation, because we can be fruitful and multiply. Different ethnic species can be fruitful and multiply. And I say ethnic species because there is no race. There is no human race. A race means you're trying to get somewhere. We're on Earth. We're not going anywhere unless we create the means to go somewhere together. Knowledge is not indicative of one ethnicity. Knowledge has been traded to and forth by all people on this earth. Knowledge is not exclusive of one particular ethnicity, and we are not in a race against each other. We are against the race we're into, if you want to call it a race, is to ascend spiritually, to plant humanity all over the universe. That's what we should, that's our race. Our race is against time and space, not each other, for we are the same species, human beings. Like and subscribe. And black people, please stop this I did it all by myself stuff. That's like saying Columbus discovered America. That is insane. Like and subscribe. Love you all. Catch you all later in the next video.